PG-13.
Greetings! That was the newly released Warcraft movie TV spot is what they're calling it, not a full trailer. And holy crap, I'm starting to get excited about the movie again. Today is Friday, March 18th, one day removed from St. Patrick's Day of 2016, and happy birthday to us. It is now officially 1 year, because this is episode 52 of the Epic Fail podcast.
Yay, happy anniversary.
You are now listening to the Epic Fail podcast.
So, before we get into the co-conductors of this fail train, or the passengers, or however you want to look at it, the hostages, I guess. Special guest this week, El Totem, who is not Spanish.
No.
How are you doing this week?
Definitely not Spanish. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. Can't wait to talk all things Blizzard.
Yay. What have you been up to this week?
Well, I've been playing Overwatch, obviously. Haven't had a chance to play Warcraft because my subscription lapsed, but I do need to renew so I can get the new Paladin hero in Hearthstone. So I'm sure I'll hop on that probably tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. It depends how long the tournaments go tomorrow for Overwatch, but other than that, not a whole lot.
Alrighty then. So, the usual suspects we've got today. Scarlett from Canada. We don't hold that against her, though. How are you doing this week? What have you been up to?
I've been pretty busy this week. Sunday, I read and I was like, oh my gosh, you can get a new hero in Hearthstone if you level a character to level 20. Sorry, it was Monday. So I leveled a paladin all the way from 1 to 20, and I dinged in a dungeon. And then I log on to Hearthstone, and then no hero. And then I had to put in a ticket. And then I got it on like Wednesday or something. So I have the new Paladin hero in Hearthstone, but I don't even play Paladin on Hearthstone much because Murloc Paladins make me want to smack someone. So,
Oh!
no, I don't. I love Murlocs. I just hate Murloc Paladins because you get them down to 1 health, they reno, and then every fin is awesome, and then they kill you in the face. So, I hate them. But, so I played some Hearthstone. I played some Tavern Brawl. I played a lot of Tavern Brawl. I'm up to like 30 wins on a Druid, so that's cool. And did some raiding. Did not fall asleep during raid, so that was good. And that's been my week.
Okay. And then something weird is going on with my camera. More than usual. Like, besides this, something weird it's all pixely. Oh well. We'll figure it out at some point. Maybe, maybe not. In the opposite direction from me, Theory of the No Beta Club still.
Yes. No Beta Club is definitely still not a lonely club. There's lots of us here. And I want to say that the salt gets deeper every time I see you playing Rocket League instead of your betas. like earlier tonight. But I had a pretty good week. Couple of really cool things happened that I'm going to talk about, and this kind of foregoes shout outs a little bit because I want to start with probably the awesomest thing that happened to me in game this week. So I was raiding on Tuesday with the Rubber Chickens, and we were working on Heroic Manny, which was pretty awesome because they'd never gotten that one down before. I was tanking it with Cuddles. And the rest of the team, of course, was there for the most part. We were missing a couple of people, which kind of sucks because Swayze wasn't there, and he's one of the main guys, so that's kind of unfortunate. But we finally got it down, and it went pretty well. And then I was getting whispers the entire time by this person, who I owe a huge debt of gratitude to, who then took me in after the boss was dead and allowed me to join her killing Lich King during her final part of her quest for her what the hell is it called, Frostmourne, and that thing that most people like to call invisible is no longer invisible for me. So I just want to say thanks to Charlotte for hooking me up on that. That was super, super awesome that you waited for me, and I greatly appreciate that. And then the next, I guess it was 2 nights later, I got to be on the game case with Cuddles last night, which was very, very fun. We had a really good time. Went well. We talked about a few different things, including the recruiting problems that we're facing now to try to get into Mythics. But it was a really good week. To be perfectly honest, I haven't had as much game time as I usually have, but it's still been an amazing gaming week. Could only get better if the No Beta Club kicked me out.
Okay, here you go.
So
I wish it was that easy.
I just have to say one thing. When we get in on March the 3rd, because May the 3rd. Wow, I'm tired. May the 3rd, we should totally record some stream of your first reactions to Overwatch. And we should stream it. Yes. We should stream
this is
it,
what I want to
or
do.
we should do it for the podcast or something.
So I want to play against Draven and against Cuddles for my first 10 matches. Now, Totem, you're not allowed to play because I know how good you are. You can be on my team if you want.
No.
There you go. You can spectate it. You can film it.
Deal.
But I want to play against Draven and I want to play against Cuddles, and I won't be happy until I've killed each of them numerous times.
So you want a 1v2?
I'll join.
That's fine. That's fine. That would be, yes. I will 1v2 you guys. If that's possible, that sounds like a blast.
Custom game.
There we go. We need to set it up. We can film that.
Going down.
Well, I will tell you, I've been watching Cuddles play a lot, and he's getting pretty good with Reaper.
I'm getting.
He's definitely not Totem's level. Totem's pretty damn awesome, but he's getting pretty damn good with Reaper. Like with his Death Blossoms, he had a play of the game. I want to say it was either today or last night, where he jumped down from above, and there was 4 people there, and popped Death Blossom. It was pretty sweet. I didn't even make you do that. Pretty awesome.
Yep. I actually had a play of the game earlier today because I was in the beta earlier. I jumped over to Rocket League for drinking and swearing with Pat Crane.
You don't drink.
No, I don't. But I joined their game because it was Rocket League. It was I wanted to do something different because all I've been doing all week has been Heroes and Overwatch, and a little bit of WoW, but not very much. But I had play of the game. I was a Bastion. I wiped out the entire team.
Nice.
And so we took that point.
With you or your turret?
It was me. Bastion is the robot, not Torbjorn with the turret.
Oh, I thought Bastion had turrets too.
No, I mean you turn into a turret, but I ran around a corner, I turned into it, and I just wiped everybody because I got behind the Reinhardt shield. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week. Overwatch and Heroes, and I leveled a character to 20 in WoW because we'll talk about that later, and you guys have already mentioned it. All that fun stuff. So, let's get this show on the road, because I don't really have a whole lot to add to it other than, holy crap, new trailer. That was awesome. I was there when they posted it. I was like, yay! Well, I saw when they posted it. I wasn't there. I knew what I meant, dang it. I've only been awake for 46 hours. Ish.
I thought you went to go to sleep after raid last night. So
I
what you
tried.
really meant was you dodged raid.
No, I did not dodge raid. I tried to sleep. Oh, and I had car issues again. That was another thing this week, but that's... Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Apparently my car forgot how to understand that the key was in the ignition. I don't know. That's pretty much... I simplified it, but that's pretty much what they told me. Anyway. Enough of that. Blizzard news.
This is the Blizzard news you can use.
So, up first. Theory, I know you're in the no beta club, but are you in the alpha club?
So no, I am not in the alpha club for this. I don't even know how you get in the alpha club for the Blizzard launcher.
I got an email saying, hey, go to this website from Blizzard, obviously. Go to this website, download the alpha of this program. Don't worry, you'll be able to switch it back if you don't like it. But it's basically the next step for being able to talk to people in every game. You just talk through them through the Battle.net launcher.
So Cuddles and I were discussing this a little bit last night. Is this basically Discord coming to Warcraft or Blizzard? Is that really what it is?
You get your own channels. I haven't got to test it out, other than I got to look at the features, but in terms of actually testing out if the voice sucks or not, I haven't got to test it, because whenever I actually thought about it and wasn't, neck deep in getting my butt handed to me in Overwatch.
Gotcha. That's the one thing I didn't understand, because it says it has group chat as well as voice chat.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's pretty much Blizzard meets Discord.
It's kind of what we were thinking too. Which, if Cuddles had a really good point. That are they late? Are they too late to the party to really steal a thunder away from Discord at this point?
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I mean, if it works, it's an alpha, sure, but
Might be good for those people who don't want to download third-party programs or whatever.
yeah,
Agreed.
If it works, raid through Blizzard voice chat.
If it works, half as good as Discord does, I can see a whole lot of people switching to this. Plus, if there's a way to just set up like temporary rooms for like pugs that you're putting together so that people can't actually join your main rooms, that could be a huge benefit too. I mean, for now, if you invite somebody to your Discord channel or to your Mumble server, your TeamSpeak or whatever, they have your info and they can pretty much come back whenever they want unless you ban them. So if this gives us the ability to kind of solve that issue, that would be a huge thing. That would be nice as well.
Yeah. My best guess, it's going to be like the in-game channels. They're only there as long as someone is in them, and as soon as it's empty, channel doesn't exist.
Which that would be good.
Yeah. Because you really don't need, the whole of Discord. So just having the ability to voice chat, and while people are there, you can talk and type and whatnot. But yeah, that was an interesting little email that I'm looking forward to testing a couple of these features. But What about you, Totem? Did you get anything with this? I know you're.
I'm not in the Alpha Club, so no. In terms of using this in place of Discord, I don't know if people are going to swap just because the amount of dev support that Discord has right now is just second to none. And like right now they just have like all the momentum going for them. I just hope like the sound quality is better than their last interpretation that they had with the WoW in-game voice, because we all saw how that panned out.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be the Overwatch voice chat that's implemented, but for everything overall. Because Overwatch
Which
is stage
doesn't
1.
work, by the way. At least it doesn't for me.
Yeah, if you're in a party, you might be in party chat and not in team chat or something like that.
Nope.
Because there are, I went looking, there are multiple settings, and I turned them all off because I don't want to hear people I know I suck.
Yeah, I tried joining or switching which one I was in, and neither of them worked for me, and it seems to be a pretty common bug right now in the beta.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll fix it, especially if they're doing this, but we will see. At this point, Discord is the way to go if this works as well as I'm sure Blizzard hopes. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Discord versus this, and we'll see.
That was actually something that we were talking about as well last night. Is kind of surprised Blizzard just didn't reach out and be like, "Hey, Discord, we own you now." Because
they bought Candy Crush. I don't know how
exactly.
much money they have lying around this very second.
I'm pretty sure they're good, especially for an upstart like Discord. They, as long as they were willing to sell.
Yeah.
But Discord works so well, and Totem's completely right. Their devs have been knocking it out of the park so far. I mean, I didn't know what this was 4 months ago, and now it's really the best at what they do, and it's not even out of beta yet. So I could definitely see Blizzard or another gaming company coming along and be like, you know what, we're going to buy you and make you part of what we're doing, just because it's so good. So we'll see. We'll see if it's anywhere near as good.
Yep. Next up, if nobody else, Scarlett, did you have anything you wanted to say before we move on?
No, not really. I think it'll be interesting to see how it pans out, but I don't really have any other insight about it.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll keep our eye on it, etc., and so forth. Next up, yet another community spotlight. Michelle Morrow. If a movie is ever made and she's not Sylvanas, there is something wrong, only because she has been trying to play Sylvanas for as long as I can remember.
But she doesn't really look like a Sylvanas. She looks more like a Jaina.
Well, it's called makeup. I mean, do you really think the person playing Garona has green skin?
Yes.
Okay. Look up the word gullible and we see Scarlet. Okay. Sorry. I'm kidding. But yeah, she had a fairly severe injury back in 2007. Tons of WoW time to follow. Came back and is now kind of super popular in gaming industry. And cosplay and stuff like that.
She's a pretty badass person.
Yeah,
I like her.
I won't claim to have actually met her, but I passed her once at BlizzCon this past year. But she had like hundreds of people around her, so I was like, I'm just gonna keep going because there's no way I'll get anywhere near close enough. Hey, picture? Just kept going.
So once I was in an airport and I passed Mandy Moore. Does that count?
No.
So
We're not. If we were talking about Mandy Moore, then maybe we were talking about her.
I get
don't
you there,
recall.
Scarlett. That made me laugh a lot on the inside.
Yeah, I don't recall Mandy Moore having nerd cred, so...
Yeah, I thought it was
actually,
funny.
it was kind of funny because I'm like, oh, that's Mandy Moore. And I kind of whispered it, and my dad's like, who's Mandy Moore? And then she looked around, And then I was like, okay, whatever. I'm a teenager at this point. That's embarrassing. So I'm going to go die in a corner. But, whatever. She had a cool purse. I will say that.
All right.
That's my story. I derailed it.
It's not an episode for us if the show doesn't get derailed every 30, 35 seconds or so.
Yep.
So yeah, community spotlight. I'm actually surprised she didn't get the spotlight prior to now. She is actually the current voice of Alara, I think is how her name is said, in Hearthstone. So, yeah, congrats to her. And then, the Overwatch. We got an animated short coming in just a couple days if you're watching live. Just go to xbox.com/Overwatch. I can use my words.
Slash.
Yes. You do not need Xbox Live. It is on a website. That's where it's going to premiere. I guarantee you it'll be on YouTube within 10 minutes after that, if it isn't already there, just waiting. And in regards to this, at a request of one of the hosts, we have a nice little video for you.
You wanted to see if there was more out there. Well, see for yourself.
Need someone to do the heavy lifting? Did someone say peanut butter?
Time is on my side.
So yeah, that first animated short is coming here just a couple days, so that will be interesting to see.
That Winston is so adorable.
Yeah, definitely a behind-the-scenes look at how this stuff is made. Totem, you are the resident Overwatch expert of us.
Expert.
Compared to the rest of us, it's between me and you, and if I'm an expert, then we got some issues.
Then I must be a scholar.
You are a scholar. What do you think of this?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing for me is, the animated shorts. Hopefully we get a lot more about the lore. I mean, we get, little snippets in the game so far, but, I mean, for a game that revolves around heroes and having that many and then not having a platform for them to reveal more of the story, I'm really curious to see, how much more we learn about the heroes. Baby Winston, totally adorable. We did see some of this stuff at BlizzCon last year, some of the storyboard stuff and some of the animations they showed too, but I'm very much looking forward to this. I can't wait to see what they have to follow.
Yeah. Right there with you. We are going to be getting comic books or a graphic novel also sometime soon-ish. But this definitely is going to be the thing people are looking forward to, because you can watch this, you have to read a graphic novel. Who does that? Alrighty.
I read graphic novels.
Okay. I do
As
too.
do I.
I'm just saying the majority of people don't read anymore, sadly.
And it's also worth noting it's self-published for their comics too.
Yeah. So good luck finding them outside of the Blizzard store.
Well, maybe if you order it from the Blizzard store, it will come on time.
Yes, but you'll have to pay like twice the price.
At this point, I don't care.
From their store, you'll actually get it like the next day, even if you're shipping to Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking from experience.
For those of
Worth
you who
it.
don't know, there's a little issue with Amazon and pre-order amounts. Theory has a little bit of salt going.
Oh, it's not even a little bit. It's a lot. It's a straight up lot of salt. It's a few cartons.
Yeah.
I would not have ordered the damn thing from them if I thought I would get it a week and a half after it was released. I would have gone to the bookstore and bought it.
Yeah. You know, I get it. I'm not arguing with you, but I'm more of a okay. Generally, things are as they are.
They are. But I mean, honestly, I love Amazon. I'm going to put that out there. I order a lot of crap from Amazon. Pretty much every payday, there's something that I'm ordering for Amazon. And usually their shipping time is amazing. Like it comes in a few days. And usually the shipping's, if not free, really cheap. So this is the first time I've ordered something on Amazon where I really said, WTF, what the hell? Because this is the first time they've done me wrong. But this is something I was really looking forward to having near at least the street date for it. So I think they should have at least let people know, hey, you're not going to get this on time, in a nice big flashing bold thing on the screen that says that. Because just telling somebody, hey, it's going to ship between this date and this date, and it starts when it comes out and it ends 2 weeks later. If you order stuff from Amazon, that usually means you're going to get it the day before they tell you is the beginning of the window, because their shipping is usually awesome. So, whatever. Here's my rant.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't order a whole lot off Amazon just because I don't. I don't order a whole lot of stuff. If I order something, generally I go straight to the people that make it. CDs from bands, movies from the companies who, you know, put them out, that kind of thing. But not related. Do we have any other just random Blizzard news hanging around, or I mean, we can talk a little bit of Overwatch. I know, Totem, you have a particular interest in the game to the point of you have a show.
Yeah, brand new one actually.
Yeah, I know. Episode 1 in the can, and it's out there.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a new patch drop, I think yesterday? No, it was the day before.
It was
And
yesterday.
we got...
There was an update yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, it was yesterday. We had some more balance changes in this patch. I'm just going to go over some of the main ones. I'm not going to go through all of them. But probably the biggest one, Genji. They brought his health back up to 200 from 150. And they also reduced his shuriken damage by 20%. And if you're familiar or have watched any of the competitive scene at all, you've seen the doubles in Yada, double Genji comp, or, you know, Genji Tracer. And the shuriken damage has, like, no fall off from range, so he can just snipe you, or he can kill you up close. So the shuriken nerf definitely needed. I haven't seen any reduction in him in competitive play since this change, so I don't think we're going to see the double Zen comp fall off anytime soon. Other than that, though, Mei got nerfed. Now, we went over this...
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, we went over this a bit on Heroes Never Die on the first episode, because she was a little bit too strong because they buffed her icicle, her alternate fire, where they increased her rate of fire on top of it having no damage fall off. So Not only could she slow you really close, and it was instantly slows, but she could also snipe you. And as a control type character, she pretty much became like a jack of all trades. You could do anything. But now, thankfully, they lowered the fire rate for the icicle. They also added damage fall off for it. And then they lowered the time to freeze on her primary fire. So, all in all, I feel like she's in a pretty good spot still. But I'm just glad to not be getting sniped from, a distance against her, because that was just too much.
Just a bit. And yes, Cuddle, shameless self-promotion. Yeah.
Hey,
go ahead.
At least I got the name right, unlike Cuddles.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Shots fired.
Boom, boom.
Damn.
Yes. So, Totem is the host. I am the resident noob of the show.
That's kind of seems like a reoccurring thing. Yeah.
I'm only a noob at hosting a show, not at the actual information that we give, except for, the speaking part.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be nice and not mention any kind of DPS charts while you were playing a DPS and me being on above you on most of the time.
Oh, well, whatever. See, you talking about my 5th or 6th alt? I'm never going to beat you.
I didn't mean this expansion, sir.
Oh, I used to beat you regularly in SOO, sir.
Until I caught up on gear. It doesn't matter. We went. It was me and you last expansion. It's me and Alex this expansion. It's just a weird thing. I see another Ret Paladin. I was like, I'm gonna beat him. Anyway, since we're talking about WoW stuff, we might as well actually officially talk about some World of Warcraft stuff.
World of Warcraft.
Mute. I'm good at that button. Not so much at remembering to unbutton it.
That's
Anyway.
what she said.
No comment there. I'm gonna plead the 5th. That's a whole other show.
That's why you use zippers.
Yep.
You haven't seen the what Ben Stiller?
Pork and beans.
No, the Ben Stiller movie involving the zipper joke.
The zipper joke is pork
You know
and
what?
beans.
If you're not careful, I mean, you just got
Is
to
it
be
the
careful.
beans or the Frank?
No, what was the name of the movie? Is what I'm trying to get at.
I
There's
know that's what you're
something
trying to get
there.
at. There you go.
Yeah. Either way. Yeah. Anyway, unrelated. We're not gonna talk too much about the alpha stuff, except for it's not here yet. The beta, open beta, Legion is still looking wild. Not a whole lot new anyway.
Bear tanks and pally tanks looking pretty sweet.
Yeah. I might actually think about tanking-ish on occasion.
That's kind of
As a
why I want to
backup?
level my paladin.
Yeah, I would be definitely a backup tank because, I have to actually make sure I'm there all the time to be a main tank, and I'm not good at the 100% attendance. So, we got time walking. It's Northrend.
I hate Northrend dungeons. No, I like Northrend dungeons. I hate the ones they stick in the time walking.
I did 4 of them on my second paladin a couple days ago, Wednesday. And it wasn't too bad. I mean, there was a healer in Pit of Saren that got everyone killed a few times because he didn't understand how to heal or move out of any mechanic whatsoever.
Can we do a PSA on Pitacerin real quick?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Feel free. I will let you
Okay.
take care of that.
So Pitacerin, fantastic dungeon, by the way. There's a couple things for people who haven't been in that dungeon that they really should know. Number one, stay behind your tank. Period. The entire time. Don't go in front of your tank. Number two, after you've beaten the second boss, as a matter of fact, let me back up. First boss, he throws Serenite. You need to get behind it. If you don't get behind it, you're going to die. You have to drop your stacks. If you don't drop your stacks, it doesn't matter how good the healer is, you're going to die. Second boss, it's pretty easy. Don't stand in crap. Right after the second boss, there's a hill. If all of you group together and mount up and ride up the hill together, you can skip 2 of the hardest trash packs in the entire instance. But you can't skip the ones after that. So if you continue to run past the first part of the hill, you will then die to the mobs on the second part of the hill. If anyone doesn't mount, don't bother doing that. You will just wipe and have to kill the mobs anyway, so the person who's coming behind you after rezzing, because they didn't wait for us to res them, it wastes time. So if you don't have your entire group mounted and everybody knowing what they're doing, just kill the mobs. Interrupt the mobs, they're not that hard. Last boss, when you get there, if you have the mark, you can't DPS. Tanks, when he knocks you back, stay back. Kite him a little bit. Wait for him to shrink back down to size. If you do that, that dungeon's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But every time I've been in there and there was an issue, it's because one of those things didn't happen. Rant over.
I love your PSA. We really need that.
We really need that rainbow, the more you know.
I still want to put Cuddle's face on it. I will make it if I can put Cuddle's face on it.
He provided the whole thing last time he was on, so he gave you permission. He gave you the graphic. All you got to do is put it together.
Okay, I'll put it on my list.
Oh man, that's gonna left shark, and I know it. It's gonna go everywhere.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Other than time walking being, going through the rotation, there's not a whole lot on live. I still don't.
There really isn't.
Yeah, I still don't have my heroic Manny trinket. That's all the news for a while for me. I mean, I might have had 5 Blingtron quests this week.
If you'd have shown up to 2 different raids, you'd had your trinket.
I did. Just on the wrong tune. I show up when I am able to show up. My work is being a butt.
Chicken butt?
No,
What?
I like chicken.
What?
No, I'm not going there. Alrighty, so anybody else have Warcraft? Totem, I know you've kind of been out of game mostly for a little while.
Yeah, it's been on and up. Well, it's more off than on for like 6 months, so I got nothing.
I mean, the raids are nice. There's, for what's actually in the game, most of it was decent. The spacing out of what we got is the biggest complaint.
So we're talking about Warcraft before you move on. Totem, I need your help to get Mega excited about an Orcbusters reunion for Legion.
Okay.
We need to make that happen.
So are we talking about bringing it back for rating purposes?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I got
When
it.
you do that.
All right, I'll start trolling him heavily then, so we can get used to it
Do
again.
it.
I have the perfect idea. Everyone who can use 2-handers needs to roll a gnome warrior prior to Legion. If not, if they can't use that and they can use one-handed swords, then they need to just find, I think it is heroic, what's the Burning Crusade water? Underbog? Is that the one we get for time walking?
I don't know where your bus is taking us to right now.
I don't understand
Whatever the time walking for Zangarmarsh, those dungeons out there, we get a time walking. The last boss in that drops a one-handed lightsaber weapon. It's a sword. The gnome warrior gets a two-handed lightsaber. Once Legion hits, and technically the pre-patch, if you have it in your inventory, you can transmog it, which means you don't need to be a gnome warrior to use a two-handed lightsaber.
I can see the bus now. I know where you're going.
Everyone in the raid will have lightsabers, so think he's in a different game. He can heal. I don't know what he does in Star Wars, but everyone will have lightsabers.
Heals.
Oops, I figured,
But the stuff won't make the swoosh sound.
We'll be in Discord, we'll be in Mumble, we'll be in Blizzard voice chat, whatever it is. Someone somewhere, and you know this will happen because we hear Superman every week. Almost every week.
Who?
We hear the Superman theme in one of the raid groups.
Yeah, Scarlett doesn't know that. We play the Superman theme before,
Zakum.
what's his name, Zakum? Yeah.
Yeah, the last trash guy. But we'll just have a 10-hour lightsaber battle video. Someone will play that through, and he won't know the difference. It'll be fine.
So as a side note, on your talking about your gnome lightsaber when they're level 3 or whatever the quest they get, if you race change, you keep it.
Yes, but you still have to be a warrior. I cannot turn it into a paladin, which means my paladin can't get it until...
True.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to having a two-handed lightsaber come Legion. As it is, my paladin is wearing the fell plate armor, which is green, and I'm using Betrayer of Humanity because I'm a fan of irony. Anyway, do we have anything else, WoW, before we move on? And then later on, tradition, if we remember.
Of course.
If we remember. Well then, got a little bit of Hearthstone, so let's hit that up real quick.
Hearthstone.
So, we mentioned this earlier. Everyone here, Theory, you mentioned playing Tavern Brawl this week, right? Or were you the only one who didn't?
Nope. I did not play it this week.
Okay, well, I know Scarlett has been playing a ton of it. Totem, you played it?
I have not had a chance to do the Tavern Brawl yet this week.
So I'm apparently hallucinating, because I thought at least 2 people had said something about the Tavern Brawl, not just Scarlett.
Scarlett and you.
Yeah. So...
Well, Totem said he is going to log into Hearthstone or get the Paladin hero, but
yeah,
I don't think...
We'll get to that in just a moment. It's Tolbarad again. I thought it was new for a minute, and then I remembered like 3-4 months ago. Basically, you play a hero, you play a minion, and whatever that minion costs, you get a spell of the same cost, but you don't have to pay mana for it. That's it. Scarlett, what do you think of this one while I try to formulate in my head?
Well, I love it. It's random to the max. It's so fun. I'm playing it right now. and currently winning / losing. But no, I seriously love it. It's so fun. So yeah, I think it's cool. I don't mind when they recycle the tournaments or the tavern brawls. It's
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just fun.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
good.
saying I don't like it because it is recycled or reused. I'm saying I'm still debating on if I don't remember. I like it, but at the same time, it annoys the crap out of me because you could be like me and say, you know what, I'm going to cheat the system. Here's a whole lot of one-cost minions. And, okay, fine, I only get one-cost spells, but I get a ton of minions. Even most of them will have death rattle, so they will come back or spawn more minions after they get killed. But I don't know, it's just one of those things. Maybe I'm just, more jaded than I thought I was.
You're totally more jaded than you thought you were.
That's kind of accomplishing something, if that's true. Because, yeah. What do you think of this one, Theory?
I liked it when it first came out. It is one that I enjoyed when it first came out, but lately, if it's not something really new and exciting, I don't have the drive to play Hearthstone anymore. It's kind of wearing out for me. I have a more drive to watch someone else play Only Watch than I do to play Hearthstone.
Well, actually, something
Did
is
you
coming.
just call it?
Yes, he called it Only Watch. That's what he calls it. They have something coming, I think, when the expansion hits. The recipe system in Hearthstone, where it'll take the popular net decks and you kind of have access to those, and they'll be competitive. Even if you don't have a ton of cards, they'll take what you have and make the best deck, one of the best possible decks you can. How good the system is, yet to be seen, but it's there. It's going to be better than the deck suggestion thing, which will just randomly pick cards, apparently. What about you?
That could probably help.
Yeah. I'm thinking it would.
I think it's going to be pretty good, but I still like making my own decks, or not making my own decks because I'm really bad at making decks.
Going and looking it up on your own.
Exactly, discovering which kind of deck I want to make myself. Yeah. That's pretty much it. But I did see something related to the Whispers of the Old Gods. They're making some, it looks like it's spells for all classes, which look really cool. They kind of make Tavern Brawl go into your deck. So one is Forbidden Flame, says spend all your mana, deal that much damage to a minion. And one is Forbidden Shaping, spend all your mana, summon a random minion that costs that much. So you could spend 10 mana and summon like Deathwing. So I think that's awesome. I'm excited about that. Like, super excited.
And according to chat, the recipe system is already in-game. Shows how much of Hearthstone I've been playing lately. I've been coming in every couple days doing the dailies. If I get them done, I get them done. If I don't, I don't.
So much salt.
No, it's not even a salt thing for me. I haven't had the time to do it, to play the game. I've been, in terms of WoW, I've been Garrison and Raid, if I can show up to Raid. If I can, I will, but if not, what do you do? And then outside of that, it's been way more heroes than I want to admit, and Overwatch. And then earlier today, Theory, the one time I was actually in Rocket League, you're like, you're playing Rocket League, not in any of the betas. It's okay to not play something a little bit. Play something different a little bit. It's okay.
I wonder if the people who gave you beta know that you feel that way.
Right? You think they might revoke his beta privilege?
I'm not saying I don't play these things. And if they want to not give me these things, that's their prerogative. I didn't ask for everything I've gotten. I was like, I would love to test the game out. I don't have it.
Just giving you a hard time. You don't have to get all defensive.
Please don't hit me. Anyway.
Throw a shoe at him. From
Throw the
far
shoe,
away.
really? Anyway, that's not anything what we want. Okay. I have got more things on here. No throwing shoes. That's not healthy.
Who says?
The person getting hit with a shoe.
Meh.
Anyway, we mentioned earlier, there's a new paladin hero in Hearthstone. Lady Liadrin. The way to get her, start a new character, or have a character who is under level 20. You can have a 19 and it works. I know someone who did it. All you gotta do, get a character up to 20. The character cannot be 20 prior to this. That's the catch. It is a new achievement you have to get by hitting it. I made a new one because all of my alts that I have any interest in actually playing and are not placeholders for names are over 20. So I made a new character. It was a Worgen Warrior. Got it to 20. I leveled with a friend of mine. And
You Worgen.
they picked Worgen. I just picked the same, so because if I wasn't a Worgen, we couldn't have leveled together. I picked Worgen just because of that.
So for those of the folks that listen to us that are CTR and maybe even Alliance only people, if you're going to make one specifically for this purpose, here's something to do that you will enjoy. Do an undead. Doesn't matter what class, just make an undead. The undead leveling portion between basically like 8 and 25-30 is a amazing quest line with a lot of really good things to it. You'll even get to be a quest giver for part of it, which is pretty cool.
Best quest
So if you've never done that, exactly, if you've never done that, do yourself a favor and do it on an undead. You'll definitely enjoy it.
And on top of that, if you have a Worgen character and you leveled through the starting area and got out into the world and all that, you only got half the story. Go do the undead, you'll see the other side, you'll get further in the story, you'll get more story, and you get to see Garrosh while he was still alive not be nice to Sylvanas.
Yep,
That's
it's definitely cool. So yeah, if you haven't done that, you need to do that. You will enjoy it.
Garrosh is pretty mean. I really don't like him. We should kill him or something.
Oh wait,
Darn it. Hey, Gul'dan's back, Illidan's back. Let's face it, Garrosh could come back.
No, he was dead, then he came back, so he's
Gul'dan
dead
was
now,
dead.
finally.
No
Gul'dan
one
was-
ever stays dead.
Yeah.
This is a comic book. No one stays dead. Unless there's a crap, we saw his body. Doesn't matter.
we did. We saw him get electrocuted.
Actually, no,
Yep.
we didn't
By
actually.
the elementals.
Did we actually see the electrocution, or did it pan
Yeah.
off?
We saw it.
It's been that long since I've cared.
It went to a wide shot, so it wasn't like a close up, but you
Okay.
definitely saw it.
Okay, I will take your word on that because I don't remember.
Favorite cutscene in the game, behind Wrathgate.
Wrathgate is a good scene. I'm gonna go with, because I main a paladin, the boat for with Blackhand and names Urel.
Just you.
Yes, that one.
That is a pretty good cutscene.
Anyway,
That's
there was
where
our
Urel
digress
shows
back to
badass.
WoW.
Yay!
Yeah,
Tradition.
steering us back on course. You know, I love the cross promotion here, and it gives people that maybe haven't played Warcraft a chance to check it out, and who knows, maybe they'll stick around.
That would be nice. We could use some more people over in CTR because we don't have 10,000 yet.
We've lost a lot of people.
Just
I
wait.
noticed there's a ton that are not online anymore.
Well, it's that time of the expansion, so it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I
Everyone's
know.
playing other games. Like I'm only in it. I log into the game maybe once a day, if
when the pre-patch hits, Pat's going to have to start talking about an 11th guild again because everybody's going to start complaining because they're all going to be full.
Yeah.
So don't worry, it'll happen.
Oh yeah, it'll. I have this very horrible feeling that it's gonna be full. Like he doesn't want to do the 11th guild because that means he has to have a second account because he wants a non CTR tune in his stable just so he can have a break if he's in game. And I don't blame him. I'd want a couple of them, but anyway. Let's move on from Hearthstone because there's really not a whole lot else going on there.
Psst, psst.
Psst, psst.
We're getting a 12th character slot.
Is that newly announced?
Yeah, that's confirmed. Yep.
When was this? Because I didn't see it.
Ages ago.
BlizzCon.
Then that's not new. I thought they confirmed it recently, saying here it comes, here's what it is.
No, it's been confirmed
They
since
said it at
BlizzCon.
BlizzCon. It was confirmed
Actually,
there because of the Demon Hunters.
We're okay, in WoW. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, fine. So we might see. I'm talking about Hearthstone, and you're like, oh, we're getting a 12th slot. I'm like, we're getting another 9. Talking about 12.
We already got the 9th.
Yeah, we have the 9.
I mean, we
Okay,
already
yeah.
have the 18.
Yeah, we've got those 18. So I'm like, what are you talking about 12? I'm thinking Hearthstone, and you're talking WoW. We might be able to get the 11th then. We'll probably get that 11th. 12th. Guild. Side. Yeah. Maybe. Anyway, before my brain decides to implode on itself, let's move on to heroes real quick, and maybe I doubt Totem plays, but
A little bit.
yay! Some heroes talk.
Heroes of the Storm.
So, up first. I think I screwed the settings on this. Up first, freebies. Anubarak, Malfurion, Sylvanas, Tychus, Tyrio, and Vala. Rhaegar if you're 5, Sergeant Hammer if you're 7, Chen if you're 12, and Lei Ming at 15.
You didn't screw that up. It looks beautiful. It's exactly how it's supposed to look.
Okay. I just saw the green around the picture and...
That's blue.
No, in the chat part.
Oh, that's green.
Yeah.
Can you hear? I'm falling asleep. I apologize.
I'll deal. I'll try to keep this part to a shorter area instead of what I'd like. On sale, Nova and Spectre Nova skin and Magni Muradin, all about $5. So yay! Nova's actually getting played again, which is both great and annoying.
So I gotta say, I do like those skins. I'm tempted to buy Nova and the Nova skin for $10.
If you would, play the game, it'd be even more worth the money.
That's the bizarre part. Why am I tempted to spend money in a game that I haven't played in months?
Yeah. There's a bunch of skins out there that I really want. And yeah. It's just a matter of money, and I don't like some of the heroes. Unrelated. Heroes of the Dorm, we got a little bit of information going on there. It is going to be in Seattle the weekend of April 9th and 10th. That's when it's going to be on ESPN's. They are having the entire tournament before it's on ESPN on Twitch through the Heroes channel. Solid Jake, Gillyweed, Trixler, and I think there's a few other people who are going to be the official casters for this year. And they're out there rehearsing and all that, doing all that fun stuff. So if you are out there, it's $15 to get in. As long as they still have tickets. If I was anywhere near that area, I would so freaking be there. And then... last bit of news that we have graphics for. ARAMs are coming to Heroes. Which is league term, all random, all mid. The only thing is we don't have to be random. It is a one-lane map. And there's no reason to use your Hearthstone in-game because they took the healing off. There's no reason for anything except for just kill everything in sight. So that'll be fun. There is another piece of news, but before we go there, I know, Theory, you don't care. Scarlet, I know you don't care. Totem, what do you think about some of these things?
Well, I just want to go back to Heroes of the Dorm real quick. I believe you can still submit your brackets for like the next 20 minutes. So if you haven't had a chance to fill them out, you still got time.
Yeah, that's if you are listening here live.
Right. But I'm pretty excited about the ARAMs. That was probably my favorite part of League. Not so much the toxic community, but that's a whole different story. But they did post something on their Twitter for their in development stuff, and the Leadley skin that's coming out is definitely one I'm gonna get for sure.
So you just okay, you blew my mind for a second, Totem. So much so that I hit the wrong damn button and knocked my video off.
No.
So there is brackets for Heroes of the Dorm the same way there is for March Madness?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
Yep. There's
that's
64
pretty cool.
teams total, I think, in it. And
wow.
If you are the winner, you get I know Asmo Dunk is a prize that if you're top 100 or 500 or something like that, you get the skin for free. But it's you get 10 grand if you are the most accurate or something like that.
That's brilliant from a marketing standpoint for them to try
It
to
is.
They did it last year
onto
too.
that.
And if it's anything like March Madness, 99.99% of them are going to be busted the first day.
True. And everybody that works in an office right now is wasting half of their time talking about March Madness. So you'll have two groups. You'll have the basketball people on one side, and you'll have the rest of us nerds over on the other side talking about gaming. I'm impressed. Somebody did good.
Yeah, just go over to like you said, you have about 16 minutes left. heroesofthedorm.com. I believe that's the website. And you can put your bracket in. And yeah. I forget who I put was going to win. You have to log in through your BattleNet also. That way they know who you are. But yeah, that was fun. I'm also looking forward to the one-lane map for different reasons. I've never done ARAMs. I don't play League. Despite someone trying to get me to play League with them. I don't. Not my game. What I am looking forward to, we don't have a graphic for, is Dehaka from StarCraft.
They even have them ranked.
Yeah.
It's actually ranked. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm still mind blown over here. You can keep going.
There's also stats too, so you can see the average number of kills and how many matches they've won and game time and all that stuff too. So look for that too.
Yeah. They went all out as much as they could for stats.
Fury's blown away. It's kind of funny.
I am. I'm just going to guess my way through this bad boy and hope I win something.
Well, if it's anything like this for basketballs, don't pick a rank 2 to win round 1. Apparently they're losing. That's what my brother told me earlier. We went out. Yeah. There's always an upset, apparently. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Dehaka. Like I said, we don't have any graphics and anything available because there really wasn't a whole lot available to the public, except for, websites had. I was looking forward to seeing some stuff. It looks really fun. I am definitely going to be a day one buyer. If Dehaka, which is going to be a warrior, is anywhere near as good as seems, bigger game changer than the last 3 heroes put together. In my mind. So, that will be fun. I mean, unlinked vision? Holy crap. Only see what you see.
I don't understand what that means. Is that a bad thing?
Okay, so if, let's say the 4 of us are on a team, Scarlet, and then we'd have,
Right.
we'd have a 5th. Anything my character can see, you can see in game. Everything else is going to be faded out and shadowy because we can't see it.
Ah,
What Dehaka can do, he can put an ability on you. If it hits, you only see what you see. You don't see what the rest of your team sees. Everything else is gone. So you lose a
Interesting.
ton. You lose a ton of information. You don't know where anything is. And yeah, that's going to be a pretty overpowered talent.
So let me just say that there's 2 teams from LSU, and I could literally have LSU playing LSU for the final, and
Really?
that's weird. But it's weird enough that I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
that's your finals.
I think that's what I'm going to have in the finals. Yeah, I'm still working on it.
Yeah, that's why his bracket's already busted.
Don't submit it.
There's multiple Ohio States too.
Yeah, I think I picked one of them to win round 1, and then they got kicked out after that.
Yeah, I will say this, it's not smart to bet against California.
Yeah. There's some Canadian teams in there too, Scarlet. Show your Canadian pride. Vote for all of them.
Yay, vote for Canada. Yay.
Alrighty. Let's see. I think that's really about it. I know I wanted to talk more heroes with Totem, but I know Scarlet is tired and needs to, nap.
I have work tomorrow, and I haven't really slept in 2 days, so...
Yeah. So we are gonna cut the heroes chatter short, sadly. But yay, 52!
1 year! Woohoo!
1 official year. Yeah, missed a couple weeks here and there. So it was actually... Wait.
Like a year and a month. So we had 1 week where we just didn't have a show. And then we had Christmas and we had New Year's where we didn't have shows.
Yeah.
And I want to say there was another week somewhere where we missed one. So I think we're either a year and 3 weeks or a year and a month.
Well,
That makes sense.
it was a Friday the 13th. I remember was episode 1. And that was both for hysterical reasons, because I was like, we have to do that. And I think that would actually set us, cursed us at the same time. Or me, anyway. Because I've had nothing but issues since.
If you want to blame it on that, you could.
I'm going to blame it on everything I can and not on myself, because that's what I do. Wait. Alright, so... we'll do some shout-outs real quick, and then, in theory, I will try to drag you away from your bracket long enough to do the how to get a hold of us thing.
It's okay, I'm almost done. Go ahead.
Okay. So, Totem, you are the guest. Do you have any shout-outs, anything you want to plug? That kind of thing.
Yeah, well, first I want to shout out to Cuddles. Tomorrow night we're planning on doing a custom game, 1v1. So if you go on my Twitter at TotemlyDrunkCTR, I have a tweet pinned where you can vote on the hero we choose for the 1v1 battle. So
I didn't try to
appreciate more
stack the
votes.
deck.
Yeah.
I picked Reaper.
That would probably be fairly even. I just want to shout out to everyone that's been grouping up in Overwatch 2 or even watching the streams. Other than that, though, that's pretty much it.
All right. Nothing you want to plug or anything like that, then? Okay.
Well, I mean, I can shamelessly plug things like
Yeah,
our new Overwatch podcast, which we recorded last Monday. We had our first episode. It is up on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. It is Heroes Never Die. We're basically covering pretty much everything Overwatch, whether it's the news, tournament overviews. We'll probably have some map and hero stuff fairly shortly. But yeah, check that out if you haven't already.
All right. And completely unrelated, I want to compliment you on your little posters on your wall behind you. Gerd Deadpool is amazing.
I know, it's great.
I'm assuming that's what that is. That's what it looks like.
Well, there's a Chibi Deadpool and Chibi Harley Quinn, and then I got the
It looks like Gur.
I got the Winter Soldier and Rocket Raccoon one, which is probably my favorite of the lot.
All right. Anyway, before I derail the show worse, Scarlet.
I think you just did.
Probably. Scarlet, as the resident lady of the show, as you get to go first as permanent co-host. Any shout-outs from you? And you're muted.
Right, fail. I am going to say grats to Theory on his Invincible. That was totally cool. And anybody who is farming Invincible, I don't know if it's coincidence or if it actually is true, but if you follow the rumors that when you're on the quest for Shadowmourne and you go have the last part of the quest and you go kill Lich King, equip your Shadowmourne, because both times that I did that on 2 different characters, the mount dropped. So go start a melee class, level it to 20, get your hero thingy from the new achievement for Hearthstone, and then have some fun and do the ICC quest, and hopefully it'll drop for you guys too. So that's my shout outs.
And the PSA to go with it. Theory! Actual shout outs.
So obviously Scarlet for helping me get Invincible. Obviously. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot. Raid teams, obviously, fire department, bananas. Would love to have this go away if you're out there and you're listening. Other than that, I really don't have anything else. All the regular people. I mean, it was awesome to be on Cuddles' show the other night. Thanks, Cuddles. It was very, very fun. All the people that were in the chat room there, thanks for coming and listening to me and Cuddles ramble and have a good time. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And, shout out to you too, you and Totem as well, for doing the Overwatch thing. Hopefully that will be a success and people will be all over it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, he's doing all the heavy lifting on that one. I am just there for hopefully comic relief.
I kind of knew that, and yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah. As for me, Totem, thanks for coming on. It actually wasn't entirely planned because of the other show.
Right.
Theory and I, a while back, had actually talked about getting you on. Scarlet, I think you were out of town that week or something. And it just took a while to get around to it because, busy and I forget things. So thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. In terms of other shout-outs, those of you who come to the live show every week, even with our last week hour delay, that was entertaining, I'm sure. anyone who's actually been brave enough to team up with me in Overwatch, Totem, I'm not subjecting you to that. I feel bad for Cuddles whenever Theory gets in because he's gonna be like, I gotta carry this noob.
I'll do all the heavy lifting. Don't worry about it.
Oh well, you don't have to. Yeah, that's gonna be my shout outs. Just random, you know. So Theory, I'm told you know how to get a hold of us.
I do, but before we start that, let's bring up some information for Totem, since he's our guest this week. And Totem can tell us all about how people can contact him.
Okay.
How do people get a
Why
hold
don't
of
you
you?
tell us how we can follow you and all that good stuff?
All right. You can find me on Twitter at Totemlydrunk CTR. You can also find me on the Heroes Never Die Twitter at HND Overwatch. You can find me streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/Totemlydrunk, where I will be, playing Overwatch probably. And every once in a while I do some retro streams, so check that out too.
Fantastic.
And with that, 52. So, before I let you go do your thing, Theory, I see Discord down there. I'm doing something horribly wrong because I can't get permissions anywhere.
So is this you asking me to make a new Discord for the show?
Is it possible to delete the one I've got?
That's a good question for Cuddles, because I don't really know.
Alright, so next week we'll have an actual Discord for our show. I'm going to let Theory make it, and if he wants to promote me up, great. If not, well, then, I guess. I'm not going to make him do it. So, that said, thank you, Theory.
You're welcome.
Yes. That said, why don't you tell people how to get a hold of us?
All right.
Let me get the music for you. There you go.
So at Epic Fail Podcast, we do love it when you contact us. So here's the ways that you can do that. We are at www.epicfailpodcast.com. On Facebook, you can find us at /podcastepicfail. Twitter is at podcastepicfail. You can follow Draven at Draven Dresden on Twitter. You can follow Scarlet at Scarlet_CTR. And you can follow me, Theory, at Gank Theory, also on Twitter. Don't forget, you can find our podcasts on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. We look forward to hearing from you.
All right. That would be a show. As usual, I will ask, does anyone have any last words? Because I still refuse to do what we were doing early on, or what I was doing early on.
You should, because it's episode 52, you should do it just once for nostalgia.
I don't have to. That's the thing. It's in the outro.
It is in the outro now.
Because,
but you know what? I do have something small. LSU #2 is going to win.
That's who you just bet on.
What number were they ranked, at least?
In the bracket they were in, they were 6th. So not high.
Okay. I wish you luck on that, sir. Totem, do you have any last words for your adoring fans in chat room tonight?
Not really, no. It's getting pretty late, so I'm going to wrap this up for Scarlet.
Alright. Well then, with that, last words will be...
Hello, mother. You know, the world could always use more heroes.